For years, they told us the only ways to own a home was through hard work, savings in dollars, and following the traditional system. But what if I told you there's a faster way, more reliable way? If you're trying to buy a house, but rising prices feel impossible to catch up with, this is the wake-up call you need. Fiat savings are broken. Traditional savings accounts and wages are not keeping up with home prices, but there's an alternative, Bitcoin. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you will see how Bitcoin is not just the best way to grow your saving. It's the smartest ways to afford your dream home faster than you ever thought possible. Let's break it down. And just so we're clear, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice. Everyone tells you, save money, work hard, cut back on spending, and someday you'll be able to buy a home. But here's the problem. That strategy doesn't work anymore. Home prices are skyrocketing. Your savings account earns almost nothing. The dollar is losing purchasing power every year. In 2016, the median U.S. home cost $280,000. And by 2020, it jumped to $328,000. And in 2024, it hits $434,000 and it's still climbing. Meanwhile, wages haven't kept up. The price of everything, homes, rent, food, energy, keeps rising because the system built on inflation. The more money they print, the least your dollars can buy. And this is why so many people feel like home ownership is out of reach. Because with fiat saving, it is. But what if there is a way to flip the game and make home prices go down in terms of asset you're saving in? That's where Bitcoin changes everything. And today, I want to share with you how Bitcoin gets you a home faster. Bitcoin isn't just a better saving tool. It's a cheat code for home ownership. Here's why. Bitcoin is scarce. Only 21 million will ever exist. Unlike dollars, no one can print more. Bitcoin increases in purchasing power over time. The longer you hold, the more it's worth. Bitcoin protects your wealth from inflation. No matter how much money they print, Bitcoin remains deflationary. Now, let's compare Bitcoins to real estate over the last decade. Back in 2016, the median home in the US cost $280,000. If you were stacking Bitcoin back then, you could have bought that house for just 664 BTC. Because Bitcoins were around $420 per coin at the time. And by 2020, that same home had jumped to $328,000 in terms of dollar. But in Bitcoin terms, the price dropped drastically. You only needed 45 Bitcoins to buy it because Bitcoin had surged to $7,300 per coin. Fast forward to 2024, and the median home's price was skyrocketed to $434,000 in dollars. But in Bitcoin, now you only need about 6.6 Bitcoins to buy that same house. With Bitcoin value at around $65,758 per coin. And here's the crazy part. Bitcoin eventually broke past $100,000 per coin. That means if you waited just a little longer and Bitcoin continues to rise, you could have bought that same house for even less than 6.6 Bitcoin. Now think about the future. There will come a day when 0.05 BTC could buy you a mansion. Yes, a mansion. I know most of you think that sounds insane, but just step back and look at the facts. Bitcoin is capped at 21 million coins. That's all there will ever be. Over 5 million Bitcoins are lost forever. That means the real supply is even lower. Adoption is exploding. Institutions, billionaires sovereign nations, they're all racing to accumulate Bitcoin before the rest of the world catches on. Guys, with this level of scarcity, 0.05 BTC will be a very substantial amount in the future. If you understand this now, you have a chance to get ahead of the biggest financial shift in history. Let me tell you, Bitcoin changes the way you think about money. Once you truly understand Bitcoin, your entire perspective on money shifts. You start thinking differently, spending differently, and questioning every financial decision. Before Bitcoin, spending money was easy. I never thought twice. I wasted cash on things that I didn't even need, buying expensive meals, random gadgets, and impulse purchases. It was just money, right? But once I understood what Bitcoin really is, everything's changed. Now, every time I go to spend money, my brain forces me to ask, is this worth more than the future value of Bitcoin? That $20 takeout meals today, in the future, that could be $20,000 worth of Satoshi or more. And the craziest part, that Satoshis will continue growing in value forever. I'm not saying you can't treat yourself. Of course, you can. But once you truly grasp Bitcoin's potential, you'll start to value your money differently. You'll start prioritizing long-term financial freedom over short-term gratification. And that shift, that's what will separate the future homeowners from the lifetime renters. Now, with all this talk about getting your own home by investing in Bitcoin, there's something critical I want you to understand. Before you start stacking Satoshi, make sure your foundation is solid. Cover your bills first: rent, utilities, foods, the basics. Bitcoin is an incredible savings tool, but it's not a magic shortcut. Take care of what you need to survive first. But in the meantime, throw in $5, $10, $20, whatever you can in every week or month. Next, build an emergency fund. Life happens, unexpected costs, medical bills, job loss. You need a safety net. Before converting your extra cash into Bitcoin, save at least 3 months worth of expenses in a rainy day fund. Because, trust me, rain will come. The call breaks down. You get hit with an unexpected bill. Maybe your income slow down. And you don't want to be forced to sell your Bitcoins at a wrong time just to stay afloat. Having this emergency funds ensures that no matter what happens, your Bitcoin stays untouched, growing in value while you handle life surprises. Once you cover your essentials and secure your emergency fund, then you start stacking hard. Convert as much of your excess dirty fiats into Bitcoins as possible, because the longer you wait, the more purchasing power you lose. And let me tell you why real estate prices are artificially high. In the United States alone, 11% of all homes sit empty. And in Canada, 1 out of 6 homes in major city are unoccupied. And in China, there are entire ghost cities filled with millions of apartments that no one's living. As more investors wake up to the reality that real estate isn't the best store of value, they are shifting their money into Bitcoins instead. And when that happens, home prices will fall. If few people are using real estate as a wealth storage vehicle, more homes will actually be put to use, which means prices will drop drastically. This isn't about waiting. This is about acting before the masses catch on. Get ahead of the curve. Start stacking Satoshi. Own your future. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who still thinks saving in fiat is the way to go. And don't forget to hold tight and stack it right. And take care, guys. Thank you for watching.